number of ways to deal with the problem. You can use SERGs, Tic Tacs, even scope if you can find a little travel convenience size. Potato chip?
No, no thank you.
Pickle? Sip of cola? I seem too frightened. No? Oh, okay. Silencing. Good. We'll be great friends. You can listen, and I'll do all the talking. So as I was saying, you know, for a girl of, I would say, 11 or 12 years old, you're normally quiet. I mean, unusually quiet. I didn't say anything wrong, have I? I mean, nothing to offend you in any way, shape, form, or size? Or color, or texture, or luminosity?
Luminosity?
Yes, luminosity, you know, containing a certain quantity of light, illumination, or iridescence, the quality of glowing, sparkling, shimmering, radiant, shining, flame, fire?
No.
No?
No, you haven't offended me.
Sure. Good then, I'll continue. So I said something from tuna fish. Another reason not to eat them is that some say the method of their capture has been highly illicit, immoral, shameful, even illegal. Perhaps with the growing number of dolphins getting caught in the traps and becoming extinct in the process.
Who are you?
Charlie, I'm Charlie. And you're Bertha.
You know my name?
We've known each other for weeks.
We have?
Yes, in my mind. The dark recesses in my mind. I've been talking to you for weeks, and we've become really good friends by now.
During recess?
Not recess, recesses. Dark places in my mind. Hidden places. Areas of fantasy or daydream.
Oh, you've got a very large vocabulary.
I've been working on it very hard, thank you. I read the dictionary every night. Webster's, 3rd edition. Oh. I take you're not familiar with Webster's?
No, not very.
It's not very exciting. It has no plot.
Well, how can you read it then?
I'm accumulating words.
Oh,
Oh, yourself.
what kind of words?
Magical ones, distraught ones, ancient ones, poetic ones, ones describing beautiful things I see, places, even people who are beautiful and therefore require description. Earth to Bertha, you read me? You're looking at me like I'm some kind of alien.
You're new at this school.
Yep, very new. So new, you could even say this was my first day.
Well then, who told you my name?
I told you, you did, in one of our previous conversations.
What previous conversations?
Don't hurt my feelings, Bertha.
Well, what did we talk about?
All about your wooden leg.
What?
All about your wooden leg. How you spent a good portion of your childhood in Hawaii. How you plan to join the Merchant Marines after the 6th grade is over. Why you pour whiskey in your chocolate milk.
You're crazy.
Yep.
I have to go now.
Come on, Bertha. I was just kidding.
You were?
Yeah.
Oh. So, who told you my name?
Truth?
Truth.
Honest?
Honest.
George Washington.
Who?
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant the National Guard.
What?
Excuse me, my mistake again. I seem to be having difficulty concentrating today. Did I say the National Guard?
Yeah?
Seems to be one of my off days. What I meant to say was, Tina Simcoe told me your name. I asked her, and she told me.
Oh.
Something the matter? You're sort of a quiet type, right? No. Let me guess. I'll bet you're shy. Bertha,
Yeah?
what are you thinking about?
Luminosity.
Oh, you like that word?
I think so.
It suits you. It's a good word, a very, very good word. There's many others you'd like to hear as well. Like maybe to maybe at lunch tomorrow again? That is if you're not previously engaged.
Previously engaged?
If you're available.
Oh, I guess.
Okay, Bertha, I gotta go back to class in a little bit, but if my mom or dad ask me if I made any new friends today, can I just say that I made one real nice one? And her name is Bertha?
Okay.
Just so they don't think I bombed out on my first day or anything and spent it all alone.
Okay.
You know, I don't want them to worry about me or anything, you know.
Why accumulating words?
Well, they come in very handy sometimes, you know? For certain occasions, you know?
Oh. No.
Well, for example, for days like today, when you want to meet someone who you never met before. Words are one way you can do that. Capiche?
Gesundheit.
Hey, you speak a little German there too, Bertha. That's terrific. I mean, really terrific. I'm a little quarantine myself anyway, but we can talk about it later. But maybe at lunch tomorrow again? Okay?
Okay.
See you later, Bertha. See you around.
Bye, Charlie. See you around.
Daniel and I were in the middle of planning our wedding. Nothing big, just family and some close friends. Until he got his order to go to Kansas. Everything's on hold until he gets back. 6 months. Then he'll be back. I always wanted to join my family.
It's gonna be hard on Abigail, who's just turning 2, and Hunter, who's 8 months. I know they say those are the ages when kids need their mommy the most, but they need their daddy too. I'm going to put Abby in preschool while Ryan's gone. I'm hoping I'll distract her a little bit. I have no one else to take care of them while I work. I have to work. Maybe years from now they won't even remember him being gone. 6 months then he'll be back.
Dad has his rule, no possibility. Conversation only. How's your day still? He always wanted to know. He wasn't checking up on me or anything like that. He just wanted to know if I was happy here. When he asked, I would mumble something about algebra class or anything else I could think of. I never really had much to tell him, but now that he's in Iraq, I realize I have so much to tell him. Since Mom left, my grandma, Dad's mom, takes care of me. I can't talk to her like I can Dad. 6 months, then he'll be back.
I am optimistic for the first time. Attached a few pictures. I haven't heard anything back yet. It's only been 6 days and it feels like 6 years. Still doing the important things, breastfeeding. Decision stand doesn't need to make right now. I was looking at the moon the other day, wondering if he was looking at it at the same time I was, knowing that there's a huge difference. Or he or I so far away.
I had a chance to video chat with Ryan today. Only for about a minute. I wanted him to see the kids, but they were already sleeping. He said that maybe it was for the best right now, because he wasn't sure if he was ready to see them. But it was still really hard. I saw him tear up and wipe it away. He said he wasn't sure when the next time he'd be able to see me was, because they never know where they're going to be, and if they'll be able to communicate. He then changed the subject to how I could save a few bucks if I wanted to move in with my mom and stuff. It looked so sad when we were video chatting. So sad.
Dad is still old school, even when he's like a million miles away. He says he misses me so much, but no emails or computer phone calls. That's what he calls it. He says he wants letters, handwritten letters, telling him how was my day. Days. He says letters are tangible, something he can reach out of his pack and take out and hold. Holding my hand as I was writing it. I haven't had to write in script in years worse, but it's getting better. I have so much to tell him. So much I know he wants to tell me. I hear my grandma crying sometimes in her bedroom, missing her son.
Hey, beautiful. Thanks for the picture you sent after Jackson touchdown. I thought it was better luck to see it before the wedding. But then you told me it was better luck only for Sunny Baby. I sure could imagine you in it though, and I can't stop. There's no better luck when I have you. The luckiest girl I've ever met. Love, Dan.
Dear Julia, sorry I haven't been in contact. We've been in a blackout again and lost some more soldiers. I can't wait to get out of this place and return to you where I belong. I don't know how much more of this place I can take. It's like every time we go out, any little bump, or sounds, even the people freak me out. Maybe I'm just stressing, that's all. Hopefully I'll get over it. You know, you never think that anything is or can happen to you. First you feel invincible, but then, little by little, things start to wear on you. I love and miss you guys like crazy. Thanks for telling me that Hunter said his first word, Dad. Even if you're only trying to make me feel good, I'll take it. Abby is getting so beautiful. Thank God she's taking after you. I wish I could just spend 1 minute out of this nightmare to hold and kiss you guys. Do me a favor. When you talk to my sisters and Mom, tell them that I love them very much, okay? I guess you can say you never know what's going to happen, and that's the worst part. Well, I better get going. I have a lot of stuff to do. Kisses and hugs. I love you so much. Ryan.
To my sweet daughter, I hope your day is going well. I've always been honest with you. It's been a bad day and a half for you. Probably longer since I wrote this to you. You're grown up enough now that I can tell you things I never would have told you before. So I've decided to start writing some of the things I've experienced in Iraq. Yesterday was honestly one of the scariest days of my life. Almost as scary as that time when you were 3, when you fell down and got the concussion. Almost as scary, baby. I was opening my MRE, which means meal ready to eat, when I heard an explosion. I went running towards it and found that a suicide bomber had blown himself up, killing 8 soldiers from the squadron and injuring others. Last night, another Marine died. No one will ever hear or care about it except his parents and us. His name was Corporal Lee Clark, and he had only 16 days left before he could start living again. See the world, and home. I try to be hard and brave for my guys, but I don't know how long I can keep that up. I'm being very careful, sweetheart, but I'm not afraid to die. I just hate the thought of not seeing you again. Sorry to make you sad, Karen. I'll make it up to you when I get home. I'll even start teaching you how to drive. Now that's scary. Love you, Dad.
My dear Angela, do I live in English or never say? How do I know? I've been living it every day. I lost a good friend of mine just 2 days ago to an enemy sniper. The worst thing in the world is having lost one of your own and not being able to fight back. The more I go on patrol, the more alert I tend to be. But regardless of the situation here in Iraq, is that we're never safe. No matter the countermeasures it takes to prevent attacks, they seem to see through the cracks. Every day, another soldier is lost or wounded by an enemy attack. I want to come home to you. I want to come home. Pray for all of us and keep us all in your thoughts. Don't worry about my mental state, sweetie. I'm restrained physically and mentally. And we all receive counseling and help from doctors. When something like this happens, if there's one thing that the Army teaches you, is how to deal with it. Every day that passes, it gets easier and easier. myself happier. I just think of you in that dress and walking down the aisle. I miss you. I love you very much. I can't wait to be your prisoner. I received this letter on the day my fiancé, Daniel Bill, died. October 28, 2008. He was blown up when an IEP, a roadside bomb, exploded. He and other members of his troop were passing by in an armored vehicle. All the places that we had put not much trouble that causes kindly returned them when we heard what happened. The only version I wanted was for Daniel to come home.
Dear sweetheart, I hope the kids are doing well. I miss their faces so much. I miss my arms around you and all of us sharing the same bed together. It doesn't get any easier. I try not to cry. I have never cried this much in my entire life. 2 men got taken away from us way too soon. Both are on either side of me. And I wonder, why was I saved? I sit here wondering why they went to the gates of heaven and not me. I try every night to count my blessings. You, Abby, Hunter, that I made it another day. My husband, Ryan Dawson, died the next day, on November 1st, 2010, when he accidentally stepped on the landmine. When I first saw his flag-draped coffin, I begged the funeral director to let me see him. He pulled back the flag, opened the coffin, and I was able to see my sweet Ryan's face. He looked like he had always looked. And through my grief, I thank God for that. I so hope Abby and Hunter have some memory of him, because he loved them so much. We'll see you at the gate, sweetheart. Someday.
Hey baby, if you're reading this, then something has happened to me. And I am sorry. I promised you that I would come back to you, but I guess it was a promise I could not keep. You know I never believed in writing death letters. I knew if I left one with your grandmother, it would scare her too much, and you need her now. I loved you from the very minute you took your first breath, and every minute, every hour, every day. You were my price. Whenever I needed someone to make me smile, you were always there for me. I was going through a very rough time in Iraq and was starting to doubt my mental state. Then, I'd take out one of your many letters and trace your script with my fingers and feeling a connection with you again. I can't stop crying while I'm writing this letter, but I had to write you. I had to write you one last time. I was so happy when we talked Skype last month. Technology is incredible. I did not know it would be the last time I would see your face or hear your voice. I love you, Karen. Grow up happy. Be happy. Meet a nice guy. Teach your kids right from wrong. Have faith. Kiss your grandma for me. And always ask your kids, how was your day? Kiss. Kiss. Goodbye. Dad.
Practice on your own, like this.
Like this?
Mm-hmm. Okay, enough practice. Close your eyes.
But then I won't be able to see anything.
Just do it.
Okay.
Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 2.5, 3. Say something, it's too quiet. Just hurry.
I pledge allegiance
To the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
better not tell anyone.
You better not either.
Let's spit on it.
Okay.
Back up. Back up. Back up.
What?
What'd you do here?
What's the matter?
What is this?
What's what?
The television? What is this?
It's a Discovery Channel. The tornado program. You said you wanted to watch it. I recorded it for you. Why?
For Christ's sake.
What's the matter?
It's Danny's tape. You recorded over Danny's tape.
No, it's not. We were watching Pride and Prejudice last night.
I switched them.
What?
I watched Danny's tape later after you went to bed.
Why did he take it out of the machine?
Why didn't you check to see what was in
I
there?
assumed it was the TV tape.
Jesus, Becca.
Was it one of the baby videos?
No, it was one of the more recent ones. The park was on it. And Mexico.
How was I supposed to know you snuck down here?
And Christmas.
God. I'm sorry. I thought it was the tape.
So it's gone, the whole thing.
Sorry, honey.
It's the only copy, Becca.
Well, I didn't do it on purpose.
Are you sure?
What does that mean? You think I deliberately record over it on purpose?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I should have taken it out.
Why would I deliberately record over it?
I don't know.
Why would
I
I?
don't know! You took the paintings out the fridge, Danny's paintings, and shoved them in a box, yeah.
To save them, I put them in plastic.
Okay.
I didn't do that. It just happened.
Are you sure? Maybe you did it subconsciously, I don't know.
Subconsciously? Is that what they're telling you at group? How I'm doing things subconsciously?
Feels like you're trying to get rid of him. I'm sorry, but that's how it feels to me sometimes. Every single day it's something new. Feels like trying to get rid of any evidence he was even here.
Do you not know me, Howard? Do you not know how utterly impossible it would be for me to erase him? No matter how many things I give to charity, or how many art projects I box up, do you not know how I see him every second of every single day? And yes, I'm trying to make things a little easier on myself by hiding some of the clothes and giving away some of the stuff. But it's not mean I'm trying to erase him. That tape was an accident. And believe me, I'll beat myself up about it forever. I'm sure. Like all the stuff I could have prevented, but didn't.
It's not what I want, Beck. That is not what I'm talking about.
No, because it feels like it. It feels like I don't feel bad enough for you. It feels like I'm not mourning enough for you or for your taste.
Come on, that's not...
Or mourning in the right way, Howie. But let me just say, I'm mourning just as much as you are. And my grief is just as real and awful as yours.
I know that.
I can't do this anymore.
His stuff is all we have left. That's all I'm saying. And every bit of it you get rid of.
I get it. You don't want to let it go. I understand how.
Do you? Do you? This can't. Something has to change it because I can't go on like this. It's too hard. It's too hard. And I want that dog back. Your mother's making him fat. I want that dog back.
Why don't we wait until...
I don't want to. How much more do we have to lose? I'm sorry, but I miss him. I want him back.
See?
Back up. Back up. Back up.
What?
What'd you do here?
What's the matter?
What is this?
What's... what?
The television? What is this?
It's a Discovery Channel. The tornado program. You said you wanted to watch it. I recorded it for you. Why?
For Christ's sake.
What's the matter?
It's Danny's tape. You recorded over Danny's tape.
No, it's not. We were watching Pride and Prejudice last night.
I switched them.
What?
I watched Danny's tape later after you went to bed.
Why did he take it out of the machine?
Why Why didn't you check to see what was in
I
there?
assumed it was the TV tape.
Jesus, Becca.
Was it one of the baby videos?
No, it was one of the more recent ones. The park was on it. And Mexico.
How was I supposed to know you snuck down here?
And Christmas.
God. I'm sorry. I thought it was the tape.
So it's gone, the whole thing.
Sorry, honey.
It's the only copy, Becca.
Well, I didn't do it on purpose.
Are you sure?
What does that mean? You think I deliberately record over it on purpose?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I should have taken it out.
Why would I deliberately record over it?
I don't know.
Why would
I don't know! You took the paintings off the fridge, Danny's paintings, and shoved them in a box, yeah.
To save them, I put them in plastic.
Okay.
I didn't do that. It just happened.
Are you sure? Maybe you did it subconsciously, I don't know.
Subconsciously? Is that what they're telling you at group? How I'm doing things subconsciously?
Feels like you're trying to get rid of him. I'm sorry, but that's how it feels to me sometimes. Every single day it's something new. Feels you're trying to get rid of any evidence he was even here.
Do you not know me, Howie? Do you not know how utterly impossible it would be for me to erase him? No matter how many things I give to charity, or how many art projects I box up, do you not know how I see him every second of every single day? And yes, I'm trying to make things a little easier on myself by hiding some of the clothes and giving away some of the stuff. But it does not mean I'm trying to erase him. That tape was an accident. And believe me, I'll beat myself up about it forever. I'm sure. Like all the stuff I could have prevented, but didn't.
That's not what I want, Beck. That is not what I'm talking about.
No, because it feels like it. It feels like I don't feel bad enough for you. It feels like I'm not mourning enough for you for your taste.
Come on, that's not...
Or mourning in the right way, Howie. But let me just say, I'm mourning just as much as you are. And my grief is just as real and awful as yours.
I know that.
I can't do this anymore.
His stuff is all we have left. That's all I'm saying. And every bit of it you get rid of.
I get it. You don't want to let it go. I understand, Howie.
Do you? Do you? This can't. Something has to change her because I can't go on like this. It's too hard. It's too hard. And I want that dog back. Your mother's making him fat. I want that dog back.
Why don't we wait until...
I don't want to. How much more do we have to lose? I'm sorry, but I miss him. I want him back.
Here we are, honey. Right back where we started from. You were awful nice to me tonight, Rosemary. Do you think Mrs. Owen suspects anything?
I don't care if she does.
A businessman's gotta be careful of talk. And after all, you're a school teacher. I gotta be getting back to Cherryvale. I gotta open up a store in the morning. Good night, Rosemary. Good night. Maybe I should say good morning.
Where are you going, Howard?
Honey, I gotta get home.
You can't go off and leave me.
Honey. Talk sense.
You can't go off without me, not after tonight. That's sense.
Honey, be reasonable.
Take me with you.
What people say?
To hell with what people say.
Honey.
What people say if I thumb my nose at them. What people say if I walk down the street and show them my pink panties. What do I care what people say?
Well, you're not yourself tonight, honey.
Yes, I am. I'm more myself than I ever was. Take me with you, Howard. If you don't, I don't know what I'll do with myself.
Well, you should go upstairs and get some sleep. We gotta start school in the morning. We'll talk it over Saturday.
Maybe you won't be back Saturday. Maybe you won't be back ever again.
Honey, you know better than that.
Then what's the next thing in store for me? To be nice to the next man, then the next, so there's no one left to care whether I'm nice to him or not. So I'm ready for the grave to haunt if anyone's taking me there.
I don't understand. When we first started going together, you're the best spar I ever saw. Always good for a laugh.
I can't laugh anymore.
Well, we'll talk it over Saturday.
We'll talk it over now.
Well, honey,
You said when I got back from vacation you'd be waiting with the preacher.
I've had an awful busy summer, and
Where's the preacher, Howard? Where is he?
Rosemary, I'm 42 years old. A person forms certain ways of living, then one day it's too late to change.
I'm no spring chicken either. Maybe I'm a little older than you think I am. I form my ways too, but they can be changed. They gotta be changed. It's no good living like this and rent a room, meeting a bunch of old mates for supper every night, and coming back home alone.
My life's no bed of roses either.
Then why don't you do something about it?
I figure there's some bad things about every life.
There's too much bad about mine. Each year I keep telling myself it's the last. Something will happen, then nothing ever does. Except I get a little crazier all the time.
Well,
A well's a hole in the ground, Howard.
I'm not trying to be funny, Rosemary.
All this time just been leading me on.
That's not so. I'm not being trying to lead you on.
I'd like to know what else you call it.
Well, we'll talk it over Saturday. I'm gonna have a busy week ahead.
You gotta marry me.
Well, I can't marry you now.
Alva Jackson could take my place so they get someone new from the agency.
I have to pay Fred Jenkins to take care of the store for a few days.
And get him.
Well,
I'll be waiting for you in the morning, Howard.
Rosemary, I'm not gonna marry anyone that says you gotta marry me, Howard. I'm not gonna. If a girl wants to marry me, she can at least say please.
Please, marry me, Howard.
You gotta give me time to think it over.
Oh God, please marry me, Howard. Please, please, please.
Rosemary, don't. Go get some sleep. You gotta start school.
I won't sleep a wink, Howard, till I hear
I'll call you first thing, Rosemary.
good night.
Good night.
Please call.
I will, Rosemary. I will.
Please call.
I will.
Please call.
Don't worry, Rosemary.
Good night.
Good night. Sing.
Okay, so this lady is like going off, and I can't really do anything because the place is so crowded, you know? And she's like a big lady, like real hefty. More chins than, what does mom say?
Morton's Chinese phone book.
Sure. So I can't even get around her to escape or whatever. And I'm starting to feel violated, you know?
Sure.
My personal space, my dignity, or what have you. So I made a fist, hold off, and boom!
What does that mean?
It means I hit her.
No, you didn't.
Crazy, right?
Oh my God, Izzy, you hit that woman?
Yeah, right in the face. She went down.
Izzy,
She was screaming like a maniac, and I couldn't get around her.
Izzy, please.
What would you have done?
Well, they certainly wouldn't have hit her. Jesus.
You know what they don't tell you? It really hurts. To punch someone, it freaking hurts.
Well, yeah.
Don't put that on TV. Look at my knuckles. What?
Nothing.
You don't approve,
I didn't say that.
but you want to.
I just worry about you.
Don't worry about me. She was on the floor.
That's not what I meant. You were in a bar fight.
So?
A bar fight, Izzy.
This lady was up in my face.
I know, but it's so...
It's so what?
Jerry Springer.
What is that supposed to mean? You think I'm trashy?
You punched someone in the face.
She provoked
Are
me.
you drunk?
No,
I thought you were getting it together.
don't judge me.
You said you're gonna take it easy.
Man, Becca, what do you have
You
to-
can't be doing this type of stuff, Izzy. You're not kidding anymore.
Sorry. I didn't realize there was a cutoff date.
Well, there should be. For acting like a jackass, there should be a cutoff date.
Are you on anything?
My God!
Were you?
No! No, Becca, I was not on anything! Come on, why did you even say anything to you?
I don't know. Why did you?
Look, I went out, I got in a fight, I thought it was a funny story, and I honestly thought you would be amused.
I'm not.
Clearly.
I thought you were getting it together, that's all. Thought you were gonna do less of this.
I'm still coping too. And I know it's not the same, but it still hurts.
Don't do that.
Do what?
Give me a break.
What? I'm not allowed to be upset anymore?
No, you're not allowed to use him
What are you even...
as an excuse.
I'm not.
You're not allowed to use him to justify your own shit. Please just don't do that.
That's not what I was doing.
Okay.
I'm hungry. Mind if I get something?
Since when you asked.
You're making me feel sensitive.
But then custard isn't.
Look, you're right. Again. And again, and again, and again. I wasn't using him as an excuse. I was just saying that it's been really hard to pull it together for all of us. That's all.
Izzy, please.
And I wasn't drunk when I hit that lady. I was stone sober.
Yeah. Right.
I was. I just had a soda that night.
She gonna press charges, you think?
No. Argue kill her. I mean, she's over it anyway. She moved out. Went to her cousins or something.
What are you talking about?
She moved out of Augie's place. They're not together anymore.
I'm sorry, do you know these people?
Augie I do. The girlfriend I only heard about.
What'd you do, Izzy?
What do you mean?
To that woman. What'd you do to her?
I told you I hit her.
Before that.
Nothing. That was the first time I met her.
People don't scream in your face for no reason.
Sure they do. You should really get out more.
You were sleeping with him. That Augie guy, whatever his name is, you were sleeping with him, right?
Where are you going with this?
Oh, Jesus is. You tell this story like you're an innocent bystander. That you don't know his
I
own
didn't!
blood. You were having sex with her boyfriend.
That is so beside the point.
It is?
It was over between them for a long time. They were just living together because of the Rhett situation. She didn't care what he did.
Then why'd she accost you in a crash bar?
Because she's a lunatic.
And because
Augie told her I'm pregnant.
why would he? Oh my God, Izzy.
I know, right?
You're not. Oh my God, Izzy.
He's a really good guy, Beck. You're gonna like him. He's a musician.
That's terrific.
Not like that. He gets work. He's a working musician.
Is that why you're here? To tell me you're pregnant?
Pretty much.
I knew something was up. You're one to pop by on a Saturday afternoon.
I popped by
How long have you known?
a few weeks.
And you're telling me now?
Well, Jesus, Beck.
What? You weren't gonna tell me?
No.
Why not?
Why do you think? God, everything is so messed up.
Does Mom know?
Yeah.
You told Mom before me.
I had to.
Oh my God, Izzy.
Stop saying that!
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna keep it. If that's what you're asking. Augie wants it too. We're excited about it. You know, this is exactly the kind of thing that gives a person clarity.
Izzy,
I know this is hard for you. For a bunch of reasons. But can I just say, I don't need any lectures right now or whatever it is you're composing inside your head at the moment. I need you to pretend to be happy for me. I'm pretty sure you don't feel that right now. But I honestly need you to pretend you do.
well, of course I'm happy for you. I was just taken aback. If you think a baby's gonna fulfill you, give you clarity or whatever, then obviously it's a wonderful thing. I don't need to pretend. Jesus is. Give me some credit.
Thank you.
Well, I should probably hold off on this then.
What do you mean?
I'm washing all these clothes to give to Goodwill. Might as well save them for you, in case you have a boy.
I don't know, Beck. They're in baby clothes for so long. It would be a while before he could even fit into that
It
stuff.
comes up very quickly. You wouldn't believe it.
Well, we don't have a lot of
That's
space.
okay. I can keep them here in the basement. You'll be happy I saved them.
What if it's a girl?
Then I'll bring them to Goodwill. What's the big deal? A couple years worth of free clothes here. Think of the money you're gonna save.
It's not about the money.
Well, it should be. You need to start thinking about stuff like that, Is. Especially if the dad's a musician. It costs a lot to raise a child.
Beck, it'd be weird. That's all. To see him running around in Danny's clothes. I mean, I would feel weird. I think you would too. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Of course it'd be weird. I don't know what else.
It was a nice offer.
You get a lot of clothes anyway. Christmas and birthdays. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
It'd be one thing if they're hand-me-downs.
exactly.
It's probably a girl anyway.
You think?
Yeah. I'm a little psychic with this stuff.
Yeah, you were.
Remember when I said Debbie was having a girl?
You did. Beck. I'm really sorry. If this is hard for you, I know the timing really sucks.
Hey, what are you gonna do? I'm glad that you told me. And I'm really happy for you.
I'm sure lucky you showed up. I'll pay you back, honestly, Maureen, every last dime.
Or we could consider an early birthday present.
Birthday and Christmas for a couple of years.
Sure, we could do that. I'm really, really sorry, Marie. I don't know what else to say.
Good, then shut up!
Marie, Mr. Reynolds said that he knew you were involved, and he said that he'd give me a break this time, okay? It's all over. Forget about it.
Tina, I've never been so embarrassed in my entire life.
I'm sorry, jeez.
You're giving me attitude? You?
Well, how often do I apologize? I'm sorry, it'll never happen again. Can we drop it already?
Tina, I could have been fired.
But you weren't.
And that makes everything okay?
Doesn't it?
No! If you needed those clothes so badly, why didn't you just ask me? Employees get a huge discount. We could have put those clothes on layaway. You could have asked Mom or Dad to lend you the money. But shoplifting?
Because I didn't need the clothes so badly.
Seriously, Tina, then why?
Because I wanted the clothes so badly. That's why.
I am not hearing this.
Don't start sounding like you're a high and mighty.
Tina, maybe, just maybe, I could understand. If we were starving, if we were poor, maybe I could understand if you were a little kid and you didn't know any better. But you're shoplifting and you're in high school.
Would you lay off? I was just having a little fun. Nobody got hurt. What's the big deal?
Tina, you are so lucky I have to keep my hands on the steering wheel because I feel like ripping your hair. I work there!
That's why Mr. Reynolds left me off the hook. He said that since you're such a hotshot employee, he'd let me off for paying the bill and staying out of his store. See, being the sister of Miss Perfect really did pay off.
Tina, I am busting my butt, okay? Do you know how hard it's been for me trying to keep my grades and working all these hours? Nobody got hurt. I got hurt.
I know it was stupid. I do. It's just, I was bored.
Bored. Try TV. Try video games. Hey, how about reading a book? That's a unique thought. And let's forget for a minute about how you could have gotten me fired, okay? Let's forget about how stealing is sneaky and cowardly and immoral. Let's focus on you. Stealing is illegal, you twit. Mr. Reynolds would have every right to call the police.
You think I don't know that? When I was alone in the office while Mr. Reynolds was phoning you, I didn't know if I was going to be arrested or what. All I could think of was, we'd have to go to reform school with this mess of being in the newspaper. We'd have to pick up garbage on the highway for community service. Don't look at me like I'm an idiot, Maureen. I was scared out of my skin.
Sorry if I don't feel too much pity. Actually, to be honest, I'm sort of glad to see you so upset.
What a pal.
No, really. What got me the angriest was that you were acting so cool. Like none of this had any effect on you.
Well, it did.
Joey, could I talk to you for a minute?
How many times have I told you to not call me Jilly?
Okay, sorry, but we need to talk.
Okay, why? What's going on?
I need to tell you something.
God, you sound serious. Did somebody die?
Not exactly.
Not exactly. What's that supposed to mean?
No one died.
Good. So what's the big deal?
It's Mom and Dad.
What about them? Chris, what about Mom and Dad? Are they sick?
No one is sick.
Can you just tell me? The suspense is killing me.
Well, it looks like they're gonna split up.
Split up? Mom and Dad?
They wanted me to tell you first.
They're getting a divorce?
Looks that way, I'm afraid.
They can't do this. They can't do this to us.
It's not about us, Joe. They just can't stand each other anymore. Haven't you noticed?
It's not that bad. I see them laughing together sometimes.
When? When was the last time you saw one of them laugh at something the other one said? They act like strangers, Joe. They've only been staying together because of us.
And they should stay together because of us. That's exactly what I'm saying.
There's so much tension in this house sometimes. It just makes me want to scream. Jill, are you that self-absorbed?
Shut up. I'm not self-absorbed. Just thought they were having some minor problems. It's normal.
Jill, wake up. I know you know what I'm talking about. You put on your earphones or turn up the stereo to avoid hearing their screaming matches. It's gonna be a lot better After Dad leaves.
When is he leaving? And how do you know all of this and I'm just hearing it for the very first time?
Mom told me, and she's really upset, and she thought it'd be better if you heard all of this from me. Dad rented an apartment. He'll be gone by the weekend.
Why can't they get therapy like other couples?
You don't even know what you're talking about. They've tried it all, but nothing's worked. It's over.
So that's it? We have no say on this. Our lives are completely turned upside down and there's nothing we can do about it.
It's their marriage.
We're their kids. This affects us. And we're gonna come from a broken house just like everybody else we know.
I know, it's weird. Like all my friends, I was the only one who still lived with both parents, but still, there's nothing we could do.
And we're gonna have to spend time separately with mom and dad and live in 2 separate places. So there goes all my free time. I know how it works and it sucks. One of them is gonna bound to get remarried. There'll be other kids to deal with and a stepmom or stepdad. Why is this happening to me?
It's happening to me too, Jill. And what about them? You think they're okay with this? You think their lives aren't totally disrupted? God, I can't believe that all you could think about is how this affects your life. You're such a spoiled little girl, Jill.
Why are you being so mean to me? I thought you were supposed to help me get through this. Isn't that why mom asked you to tell me?
I knew you'd be upset, but I thought you'd care about all of us, not just how this affects your life. We all have to make adjustments. We're all going through this. You have no idea what this is doing to mom. Try to put yourself in her shoes and be a little bit more considerate of her feelings. The last thing she needs to hear is you complaining about you having to live in 2 places at one time. Joe, try to be more caring.
Come here and you drop this major bomb, and then you give me a life lesson that I'm not a good person? It's all too much to handle right now.
I'm sorry, but like I've said before, it's time for you to grow up. And maybe it's happening sooner than you'd like it to be, but you gotta face the fact that life can't always be what you want it to be.
What? Dad moving out. So now you're taking his place by lecturing me on how harsh life is?
I'm not trying to be dad, I'm just trying to let you know that things around here are gonna be very different.
Realize that. Do you think I'm upset?
Different doesn't necessarily mean bad. I mean, maybe it'll be a good thing. Maybe it'll be the best thing that ever happened to us. Maybe it'll make us appreciate each other more than taking things for granted.
Doubt.
Well, they're taking us to dinner tonight at 7. A family meeting, I guess. It's so that they can't start screaming at each other. Try not to be a butthole about it, okay?
You're the butthole.
Oh, that's mature.
God, I was just trying to make a joke. You can't even take a joke.
Be ready to go by 7, okay?
Our lives are ruined.
Not ruined, just change. And change could be good.
Whatever.
Hate to break it to you, sis, but you're gonna have to grow up whether you like it or not. Get used to it.
See? There, are you feeling better? Yeah. Thanks for the tea. You really had me scared there for a minute.
Me too.
Sorry about that. Are you ready to tell us what's going on?
Here's more tissues.
Thank you, guys. You're both being so great. Well, you're kind of freaking out there a little bit.
You were slightly hysterical.
I'm so sorry to dump this on you. Now see what you did?
I'm sorry. Please don't cry.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay, here goes. I'll tell you what's going on. My parents have decided to. I'm gonna have to leave school.
What? How come?
It's really complicated. What's going on? Why would your parents make you do that? They're really strict. So my parents are strict too. It doesn't stop them from wanting to get an education. You don't understand.
Okay, wait a minute. You're upset because your parents just called you and said, come home. We don't want you to stay in school anymore?
Basically, yes. But they don't want me to come home. They have sort of for my tuition anymore, and they don't really want anything to do with me. And just like that, and no explanation? There's an explanation. There's a reason why they're doing this. Oh God, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Lena, what's the reason? I mean, whatever it is, there's gotta be a way to work things out, right?
I don't think so. Why did you do to make them so mad at you? You have to understand that my parents are, well, they're really traditional.
Old school.
Right. And see, they've always been really overprotective. Go on. You're gonna think this is so freaky.
No, we won't. We all have whacked out families. Just say it, get it off your chest.
My parents made an arrangement. An arrangement? What kind of arrangement? Come on, Lena, you're killing me! About 3 months before I was born, my parents left China. They came over with another family who had a son who was about 2 years old. I was born here, and I've always been really proud of that. Proud that I was first generation American. My parents have always been really strict, really traditional, and I've always felt claustrophobic in their house. I mean, they wouldn't even let me speak English, only Chinese. I loved going to school because it gave me a chance to get away from that dominating culture. I couldn't be American at home.
And now you're here. You're doing great. You get better grades than anybody else we know.
Aren't they happy about that? No. They could care less if I get an education. They say it's time I marry. Marry? You're only 18. 18 is old to them. See, the father of the other family I was telling you about, he made a proposal to my father when I was born. When I was an infant and Liang was 2, our parents both agreed that Liang and I would get married when I turned 18. That's barbaric. You don't match up little kids like that. That's the custom. I told you they're really traditional. Actually, if they had really wanted to go by the book, they would have gotten a matchmaker to make the deal. But instead, they did it themselves. And they went to a Chinese astrologer who saw that our birthdays would be compatible. So the deal was on.
And you knew all along that you had to marry when you turned 18.
I never took it seriously. I always thought, we're in America now. This isn't gonna happen. But then Liang started calling me, telling me we had to start getting ready for the wedding. My parents told me it was time to come home. They didn't even act like I was at school. They acted like I was like at some sort of fancy vacation, and now it was time to come home and start my real life. When did we start out? You guys couldn't know. How could you? I never talk about my family because I'm mortified. I even changed my name when I got here.
Your name isn't Lena?
It's Lena.
It's beautiful.
That's what it means. Beautiful and graceful. So you told your parents to blow it out their ass, right? You're not going home? Not exactly like that, but yeah. I told them I was in charge of my own life, and I didn't want to get married. I wanted to stay in school, and I didn't love Liang, and they should just forget about the whole thing. I said it's the 21st century. People don't arrange marriages in this country. And since I was 18, I didn't have to do anything I didn't want to do. And I bet that went over real well. Your mother said, "You're breaking your father's heart." started making threatening phone calls to me, saying the most horrible things to me. He then even started to show up. He came to my dorm. He found me after my classes. It's like everywhere I go, there he is.
When did this start happening?
Just a couple of weeks ago.
Why didn't you tell us?
I didn't want anyone to know. I told you, I was trying to have a fresh start.
Did he do anything to you?
Not exactly. Nothing physical, that's what you mean. But he yelled at me, threatened me. That's why I'm so freaked out. He might do something.
Is he still hanging around? Have you seen him recently?
Yes. I see him almost every day. And that's when I called my parents. I wanted them to tell him to back off. And that's when they said I was dead to them. They said I've disgraced them and the family name. And I was dead to them. They told me to never call again. And if I wanted to stay in that fancy school of mine, I would have to pay for it myself. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Don't go getting all upset at me now. There's gotta be a way.
Look, we'll call up the financial aid and we'll see if you're ready to get some type of scholarship.
You're not gonna have to leave, Lena.
We'll totally help you.
I'm so scared that Leon is gonna do something to me. Something really terrible.
Well, then let's call the police.
What are they gonna do? He hasn't technically done anything, so they can't arrest him.
No, but you can get a restraining order on him. Get him to stay the hell away from her off campus.
That's exactly what I need to do. Oh God, I don't know what I would have done if you guys hadn't been here.
When was the last time you saw... What's his name?
Leon. His name actually means good. Isn't that ironic?
Yeah, he's real good. When was the last time he stalked you?
He is stalking me.
Yes, and that's not good. When was the last time you saw him?
Just this morning, when I was walking back from class, he was sitting right outside my dorm room. That's when I totally lost it. He looks so angry. He's gonna kill me, I know it!
Not if I can help. Come on, let's go tell the campus police about this guy.
Right now?
Yeah, you gotta do something to him before he can do something to you.
And don't be by yourself. Don't go to your room alone. We'll go to your room and get all your stuff.
Okay, that sounds like a smart idea. Oh God, I'm so scared.
You're gonna be okay.
So, this Leon guy, he was supposedly compatible with you?
Yeah. Weird, huh?
Yeah.
He was definitely not husband material.
I would be great husband material.
Oh, save it, lover boy. We've got more important things to talk about than your marriage potential.
God, I was just saying, I mean, I wouldn't have to stalk a girl to get her to marry me.
That's what you think.
You're gonna make a great husband one day, Robert. You guys think I'm gonna have to leave school?
You're gonna be okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna be okay. And what happens after that? When I get married for real? And if I have kids? My parents are never gonna want to see their own grandchildren. What type of life is that? How am I supposed to live with that?
You can't start giving in to them. You couldn't possibly marry Leon now. Now you've seen his true colors. He's obviously abusive.
No, of course not. I could never marry Leon. It just hurts so much that my parents won't even take my side. They probably think Leon is doing a good thing, harassing me like he is.
They're so damn stubborn. And because of that, we'll never see each other again. They've lost a daughter, and I lost my parents. We all lose. But I won't marry a man I don't love just to please them. I can't do that. And I won't. And I guess that's just the way it has to be. I'm so sorry, man. I am too. I'm so sad. I'm so very sorry. See?
No, man, no. You got a middle name?
Yeah, guess. Your middle name is Rob. Your birthday's March 12th. You're 5'9" and a half. You weigh 130 pounds. And your social security number is...
Whoa, are you psychic?
No.
Well, would you mind telling me how you know all this about me?
I stole your wallet.
Give it to me.
No.
Give it! That's great, huh? You're a thief too.
I'm not a thief.
Multi-talented.
This has got to be the worst fake ID I've ever seen. Do you realize you made yourself 68?
I know, I goofed it.
What do you even need a fake ID for anyways?
So I can vote.
You want to see what's in my bag?
No.
No, we're good. Holy crap, what is all this stuff?
Do you always carry this much crap in your bag?
Yeah. I always carry this much crap in my bag. You never know when you have to jam.
Are you gonna be like a shopping bag lady, you know, sit in alleyways, wear men's shoes, talk to buildings, you know, that kind of thing?
I'll do what I have to do.
Why do you have to do anything?
My home life is unsatisfying.
So you're saying you subject yourself to the violent Chicago streets because your home life is unsatisfying?
I don't have to run away and live in the streets. I can go to the ocean, I can go to the mountains, I can go to the country, I can go to Israel, Africa, Afghanistan.
Andy, you want to get in on this? She says her home life is unsatisfying as well.
Well, everyone's home life isn't satisfying. If it wasn't, people would live with their parents forever.
Yeah, I know, but I think hers goes beyond what guys like you and me consider normal, unsatisfying.
Never mind, forget it, everything's cool.
Hey, come on, what's the deal?
No, there's no deal, spoiled. Forget it, leave me alone.
Wait a minute. Now you got all that crap in your bag, either because you really do want to run away, or you really want people to think you want to
Shut
run
up.
away.
Are all these your girlfriends?
Some of them.
What about the others?
Well, some I consider my girlfriends, and some I just consider.
Consider what?
Whether or not I want to hang out with them.
You don't believe in just one guy, one girl?
Do you?
Yeah, that's the way it should be.
Well, not for me.
Why not?
How come you got so much crap in your purse?
How come you got so many girlfriends?
I asked you first.
I don't know. I guess I just never throw anything away.
Neither do I.
Hi. You want to talk?
No,
Why not?
go away.
We're kind of detention, so where do you want me to go?
Go away. You have problems.
I have problems?
Yeah, you do everything anybody ever tells you to do. That is a problem.
Okay, but I didn't dump out my purse on the couch and invite everyone into my problems, did I? So what's wrong? Is it bad Is it real bad? Is it your parents?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do they do to you?
They ignore me.
Yeah. Yeah. What would I do for $1 million? Well, I guess I'd do as little as I had to.
That's boring.
Well, how am I supposed to answer?
The idea is to, like, search your mind to the absolute limit. Like, would you drive to school naked?
Would I have to get out of the car?
Of course.
In the spring or in the winter?
It doesn't matter. Spring.
Front or back of the school?
Either one.
Alright. Yeah.
I do that. Have you ever been with a guy?
Didn't we already cover this?
You never really answered the question.
Look, I'm not going to discuss my private life with complete and total strangers.
It's kind of a double-edged sword, isn't it?
A what?
Well, if you say you haven't, you're approved. If you say you have, you can get a reputation. It's a trap. You want to, but you can't. But when you do, you wish you didn't, right?
Wrong.
Or you would tease.
She's a tease.
Why don't you just forget it?
She's a tease and she knows it. All girls are teases.
I don't do anything.
That's why you're a tease.
I'm not a tease.
Face it. You're a tease.
I'm not a tease. And let me ask you a few questions.
I've already told you everything.
No, doesn't it bother you to be with a guy without being in love? Don't you want any respect?
I don't care about respect. That's the difference between you and me.
Not the only difference, I hope. And I'm not a tease.
Face it. You're a tease.
I'm not a tease!
Yes, you are. You said it yourself. You use it to get respect.
No, I didn't. She twisted my words around.
Then what do you use it for?
I don't use it, period.
Well, is it psychological?
I didn't mean it that way. You guys are putting words into my mouth.
Well, if you just answered the question.
Yeah, why don't you just answer the question?
Be honest.
No big deal.
Yeah, answer it.
Just answer the question, Claire.
It's just one question.
Come on, Claire. Come on, answer the question.
Talk to us.
Okay. I never did it.
I never did either. I've never been with a guy. I'm a compulsive liar.
You're so weird. You don't shut your mouth. You don't open your mouth all day. And when you do, you unload all these compulsive lies all over me.
You're just pissed off because she got you to admit to something you didn't want to admit to.
Okay, but that doesn't make it any less bizarre.
What's bizarre? I mean, we're all pretty bizarre. Some of us are just better at hiding it.
How are you bizarre?
He can't think for himself.
She's right, you know. Do you guys know what I did to get in here? I taped Blair Lester's buns together.
That was you?
Yeah, you know him?
Yeah, I know him.
Well, then you know how hairy he is, right? When they pulled the tape off, most of the hair came with it and some skin too.
Oh my god.
And do you know what the bizarre thing is? I did that for my old man. I tortured this poor kid because I wanted him to think I was cool. You know, he's always going off about all these crazy things he used to do in high school, and I get the feeling that he's disappointed in me and that I never cut loose on anyone. So I'm sitting there in the locker room, right? I'm taping up my knee, and Lester's a couple lockers down, just dressing. And yeah, I mean, he's kind of weak and scrawny. And the next thing I know, I'm on top of this guy, just wailing on him. And my friends, they're just all sitting there cheering me on. Later on, when I was sitting in Vernon's office, the only thing I could think about was Larry's father. And Larry having to go home and explain to him what happened. The humiliation. The utter humiliation he must have felt. It must have been unreal. It's all because of me and my old man. God, I hate him. He's like this mindless machine that I can't even relate to anymore. Andrew! You must win! Andrew, your intensity is for nothing! Win, win, win! Sometimes, I just wish my knee would give out and I couldn't wrestle and he could just forget all about me.
I think your old man and my old man should get together sometime and go bowling.
You know, it's like me with my grades, and when I go outside myself and I look in on myself, I don't like what I see. I really don't.
What's wrong with you? Why don't you like yourself?
I'm stupid. I'm failing shop. You see, we had this assignment. We were supposed to make a ceramic elephant. We had 8 weeks to do it. You're supposed to pull the trunk. The light was supposed to go on, and my light never did go on, and I got an F. And I've never gotten an F in my life. And of course, when I signed up to take the class, I thought I was playing it real smart. Hey, I'll take shop. It will be an easy way to maintain my grade point average.
Why'd you think it'd be easy?
Have you seen some of the dopes that take shop?
I take shop. You must be an idiot.
I'm an idiot because I can't make a lamp.
No, you're a genius because you can't make a lamp.
What do you know about trigonometry?
I could care less about trigonometry.
Bender, did you know without trigonometry, there'd be no engineering?
Without lamps, there'd be no light.
Okay, so neither one of you is better than the other.
I can write with my toes. I can also eat. Brush my teeth.
With your feet?
Play heart song on the piano.
I can make spaghetti.
What can you do?
I can tape your buttons together.
I want to see what Claire can do.
I can't do anything, and I don't need you thinking about it either.
What do you care what I think? I don't even matter, right? I shouldn't even exist at the school. Remember? And you don't like me anyways.
You know, I have just as many feelings as you do, and it hurts just as much when somebody steps all over them.
You're so pathetic. Don't you ever compare yourself to me. You've got everything. I've got nothing. School would probably shut down if you didn't show up. Queenie isn't here today. I like those earrings, Claire.
Shut up.
Did your daddy buy those?
Shut your mouth!
I bet he did. I bet those are Christmas gifts. You know what I got for Christmas this year? It was old Banner family at the Banner family. You know what? I got a pack of cigarettes. My old man grabbed me and said, "Hey, smoke up, Johnny." So, you know what? Don't go crying here. Go cry home to your daddy.
Oh my God. Are we gonna be like our parents?
Not me, ever.
It's unavoidable, it just happens.
What happens?
When you grow up, your heart dies.
Who cares?
I care.
You know, I was just thinking, what's gonna happen on Monday when we're all back together again? I mean, I would consider you guys my friends. I'm not wrong, am I?
No.
Well then, on Monday, what happens?
You mean if we're still friends? If we're friends now, that is?
Yeah.
You want the truth?
Yes, I want the truth.
I don't think so, 68.
Well, do you mean all of us or just John?
With all of you.
Well, that's a real nice attitude, Claire.
Oh, be honest, Andy. If Brian came up walking to you in the hallway, what would you do? I mean, picture it. You're there with all the jocks. They'd probably be laughing their butts off. You'd say hi to him, and then you cut him up so your friends wouldn't think you actually liked him.
No way.
Okay, what if I came up to you?
Same exact thing.
You're so arrogant.
Why? 'Cause I'm telling the truth? That makes me arrogant?
No, because you know how crappy that is to do to someone. And you don't got the guts to stand up to your friends and tell them what you're gonna like and who you're gonna like.
Okay, you hypocrite! Why don't you take Allison to one of your heavy-metal vomit parties? Or take Brian out to the parking lot to get high? What about Annie for that matter? What about me? What would your friends do if they saw us walking down the hallway together? They'd laugh their butts off too. And you'd probably tell them we'd been together so they'd forgive you for ever being seen with me!
Don't you ever talk about my friends like that. You don't know my friends. You don't look at my friends. And you certainly wouldn't condescend to speak to any of my friends. So you can just stick to the things you know. Shopping, nail polish, your father's BMW, and your poor rich young mother in the Caribbean.
Shut up!
And you know what? The whole thing about walking along the school halls with each other, well, yeah, you can forget about it. Because it's never gonna happen. So just bury your head in the sand and wait for your prom.
I hate you.
Yeah? Good.
Then I guess that makes Allison and I better people than you guys, huh? Us weirdos. Would you do that to me?
I don't have any friends.
Well, if you did.
No. I don't think the friends that I'd have would mind.
Well, I just want to tell each and every one of you that I wouldn't and won't do that because I think that's real low.
Your friends don't mind because they look up to us.
You're so conceited, Claire. You're so conceited. Why are you so like that?
I don't say that to be conceited. I hate it. I hate having to go along with everything my friends say.
Well then, why do you do it?
You don't get it. You're not friends with the same type of people that me and Andy are friends with. You just don't understand the pressure that they can put on you.
I don't understand what? I don't understand pressure? Okay. You know what I did to get in here? Mr. Brian found a gun in my locker.
Brian, why was there a gun in your locker?
I tried. I pulled the trunk. The light didn't go on.
What was the gun for, Brian?
Just forget it.
You brought it up, man.
I can't have an F. I just can't. And I know my parents can't either. Even if I aced the rest of the semester, I would still only have a B. And everything is ruined for me.
Oh, Brian.
So I was considering my options, you know?
No, killing yourself is not an option.
Well, I didn't do that, did I? No, I don't think so.
It was a handgun?
No. It was a flare gun and it went off in my locker.
Really?
It's not funny.
Yes, it is. You know what I did to get in here? Nothing. I didn't have anything better to do.
No.
Yeah, you are.
Ismene! Antigone, get in. What are you doing outside after curfew? Why does suffering never end? It just goes on and on and on. What's wrong? Did something happen? Yes, something happened. Of course something happened. Don't snap at me. I didn't do anything. No, you never do anything. You sit inside with your doors and windows sealed, blaring music to drown out the sirens. You don't even know what's going on out there. I do so. All right? Tell me. You can't say anything. It's because you don't know. I'm opening your windows, Ismene. No! Let the sounds and smells roll in. Get away from the window! So you can know what I know? You want to know what I know? I know the war is over and our brothers are dead. Old news. I know Creon is king. Yesterday's paper. People are hungry. You call that news? They're rounding up traitors and troublemakers. Go on. They're prowling the city. And? Is that all you know? I know you're addicted to suffering. You go looking for trouble and then wail and moan when you find it. Well, I've had enough. The war is over and I'm going to be happy. Saying you've had enough doesn't change what's going on out there.
I saw. I can't unsee what I saw. I can't unknow.
What is it that you saw?
Our brothers.
Our brothers? Where?
I saw our brothers dead in the streets. Their arms and legs tangled together like when they were little and they used to wrestle. Except the blood is real and they don't get up. Creon's troops came, poured water over Oedipus' wounds, and took him away to be buried with honor.
And Polynesius?
Lies where he fell like trash in the streets.
They'll come back for him. You wait and see.
When dawn comes, the city will be here to tell you, Ismene, and me, that anyone who touches the dead man will die. So, Ismene, that's the way it is. What are you going to do about it?
If everything you say is true, there's nothing I can do.
You can help me in my work.
What work?
Help me bury our brother.
We can't bury him. You just told me it was against the law.
Creon's law, it's nothing.
It's not nothing. The law is not nothing. You can die for it. That's not nothing.
Ismene, our brother is rotting in the streets.
Slow down. Stop and think.
How can you just say that? I hear the birds screaming and the dogs.
You need to rest.
No.
Rest for a minute. Just a minute.
I'm so tired.
I know. You're so tired.
I'll rest for a minute, but just a minute.
For a minute, we'll both rest. It's been so long since I slept. I mean, really slept.
How long?
A long time. Before the war.
When Mom was alive and Daddy could see?
Yeah.
I slept then too. I slept and slept.
Curl up close like on Mama's lap. Such soft hair. Such a little package.
Tell me a story.
What kind of story?
Tell me something about before.
Before. Once upon a time.
Tell me something I never knew.
Mama used to paint my toenails the palest shade of pink. Then she'd bend down, and her hair would tickle my ankles, and she'd blow a little warm summer breath to dry them. Then we put our feet side by side. Mine were so small.
Where was I in the story?
After you were born, Mama would dangle your feet next to mine, and then I knew how big I really, really was. Then I'd blow on your feet. You'd laugh and pull on my hair. You never knew that before.
Yeah. I never knew that before.
Now sleep.
Polynesius!
Go to sleep, please.
My head's exploding. I'm on fire. Ismene? Do you believe in ghosts?
Ghosts are just bad dreams.
I can't sleep anymore, but I'm dreaming all the time. The second my eyes close, boom, the dreams start. Sometimes the dreams happen while my eyes are closing.
You live in the same world as everyone else.
I'm going to bury Polynesius.
No!
Watch me.
Look at you, you're not strong enough.
And I'll do as much as I can. When I can't do anymore, I'll stop.
Why start something you can't finish? It's just looking for trouble.
Trouble doesn't scare me.
You're not the only sister who's lost a brother, you know?
Yeah, but this one is my brother.
And mine. All your dead are my dead too.
How can you just say that?
Because he's dead and we're alive. Feel that? Breath. Life. You and me. Antigone and Ismene. We can start again.
Yeah, we'll start again. We'll find a job, find lovers, we'll be happy.
It could happen.
You know, if you come crawling to me on your hands and knees begging to help, I'll say no.
Antigone.
No. All you believe is what you can taste, touch, and smell. There are other worlds out there, worlds with different laws. I'm going to bury Polynesius.
Scene.